Well, we have some stormy scenes from Ocean City tonight. The wind is whipping around the flags near the Hollywood Arcade along the boardwalk, and the shore could get the brunt of this storm. Wind gusts there could reach 40 to 50 miles per hour. There's also a flood watch in effect. We have Andrew back at the desk with us to bring us the latest with the storm.
So there's this developing area of low pressure, right? And it's along the front that's moving in, and it just keeps strengthening, and it's what's filling in the radar. And we're going to show you that in just a second as I walk over. And it's also going to give us that big chance for heavier rain as we head into the next couple of hours. So that's a quick look off the top of what it could look like in the wee hours of the morning, which is why, of course, we're going to continue to watch this very carefully. That flood watch is in effect until 4 p.m. tomorrow. That includes really everyone from the mountains to the city to the shore, but it's not a flash flood watch. In other words, we're not expecting a rush of water really quickly. That said, that could be something that we see in a few areas. The severe risk is very low, if not non-existent. So that's good news too. So remember, you see a little lightning, you hear a little bit of thunder. The chances that we see severe weather tonight with any rumbles of thunder or maybe thunder showers that pop up, very, very low. And also, the other good news, so we like to start off a little optimistic here, is the fact that the flood risk is low for our area in green. If you want it to be a little bit higher, you'll have to go up to these areas like New York City, over toward Long Island and Connecticut. And that's where we have a moderate to high risk of flooding overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Again, we are still going to get plenty of rain, and we are still going to be looking at plenty of wind, but it looks like the worst of this storm is going to be well to the north and east of us. That said, on the backside, cold air comes in. In case you haven't noticed, it's in the low 60s across much of the area. Very warm, 10 to 15 degrees above where we should be this time of year. But as cold air wraps around the extreme northwest areas, Allentown, Carbon, Monroe counties could be looking at a little bit of light snow, 1 to 2 inches up in the highest elevations. By the time we get into lunchtime tomorrow, that would be for those higher areas across Mount Pocono. Live radar. Look what happened the last couple of hours. We started to see not only just clouds across the area, but maybe even a break in some of the rain. Now it's filled back in with that area of low pressure to our south that has developed and strengthened right along the front. So we're going to pinpoint our focus tonight on our area where we have a couple of things to show you here. One, cold air already coming in for Pittsburgh. That's why we're already seeing some snow on the map there, but rain filling in ahead of the front, and that's what's going to give us that heavy, in some cases, soaking rain overnight. By the time we shut the fountain off, this is going to be by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to have an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain on top of what we already have. And most of us have gotten about a ½ an inch so far, so those areas are going to be really starting to see that on top of it. Totals between 2 and 4 inches of rain. Now again, this is not anything we haven't seen before, but again, we could be looking at potentially some heavy rain, some wind, and some localized flooding. All the way through the evening hours, we've got moderate to heavy rain at times. This is where we really could see this ramp up. Take a look at the temperatures, 60s, heavy rain, midnight tonight and into your early Monday. By the time we get into the early part of the morning hours, it's just showers and then some snow showers north and west. Temperatures much colder. We're back in the 30s and 40s by the time we get into the day on your Monday. Beyond that, it's much better. In fact, as we get into your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, look at all that sunshine we have back into the 40s. And by next weekend, we're introducing a few more clouds, but highs back into the 50s. Aziza?
Thank you, Andrew. And our morning team will be on a ½ an hour early tomorrow morning to bring us the latest on this storm. The news begins at 4 a.m. And when we are not on TV, you can find us on our stream, and you can get the latest news and weather forecast at cbsphiladelphia.com/weather.